What is up, world? What is up, world? What is up, world? You are in tune to the Know It All podcast, and of course, here's where we know it all. You are in a space where all of the cats here knows it all. We got one of our team, one of our tribe. He is traveling. We're gonna call him the traveling Tate. He's gonna give us some really good traveling takes on his traveling. And of course, we got Big G in the house. Big G, what's popping, man?
Hey, man, I'm issuing a fine right off the back to B Dirt, dog, in the live chat, dog. He gets a fine off the rip, dog. He said 6:06. We was present and ready at 6 p.m., including with our boy Tay Boy Fresh traveling and doing what he got to do. So listen, big fine for you, B Dirt, right off the back, bro.
Huge fine. Huge fine. Of course. Look, man, we are finna get ready to get started. We want everybody out there who is watching right now, please make sure that you hit that like button, make sure that you smash it on Facebook, on YouTube, and we are on Twitch and X. So definitely we're here in some new spaces. We're on the Sports Fluent Facebook page right now. So make sure that you give us a big up right there. We'll try to keep, watch on all of the pages. So when you make some type of comment, we could say, hey, what's going on? We got the chat generals in the house. Of course, we see Afton. Brian Calloway says, what's up, Big G? B Dirt, Afton said, what's up to all of you guys? My guy, B Dirt, of course, is in here. He is running through the jungle, but I love it, man. 10 Lions said, Tate is dedicated. He in the car and still on the show. He is dedicated. Dedicated to the cause. Dedicated to the cause. But look, before we get it going and before we get it popping, you know how we do. We'll be right back after this. And we are back and we are in the house doing what we do. Man, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm super excited. I'm super excited because football is on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? It's like a low 60, like the high 60s away from us. I think it's like 69 or 71. It's between those two. Football ain't that far away, and I'm super excited about that. G, what got you going?
Yeah, but we got to you know what? It's always sports, bro. It don't matter. It's always sports all the time. And to me, there ain't really no off season because we got football on the way. It's really draft, free agency, Christmas time. It started, matter of fact, 3 minutes ago. So we got a lot. It's Olympic time. We got a lot going on with sports. Baseball, it is what it is, bro.
Yeah. Tate, man, I want to know, man, how do you feel first? Because we're gonna get on it, man. How do you feel first about this Bridges going to New York? And definitely they signed what's his name? Ojanobi? Is that his name? Yeah, they signed it back. How you feeling about that, Tate?
Ananobi,
yeah.
Hey, man, it just started pouring down rain.
I
feel like, shout out to everybody in the live chat, man. What you say?
No, go ahead. You talking, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's that big trash Apple phone. Yeah.
Nah, he in the rain, bro. That's in the rain. So we gonna
Apple trash.
I'm gonna let him ride while he in the rain, and you get this out, and then you can get us back when you get out of that.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, we got him. All right, what you said now, Mod?
So what do you think about that? What do you think about that trade, man? I mean, I heard you offline, and I get it. Like, you know, I mean, I totally get it, 110%. I get it. Boston's talented, but New York at this point, bro, that was a good move for the New York, the Knicks.
It was a good move, but it don't put them over the top, man. The bottom line is this. Hardenstein, if they lose Hardenstein, which they probably going to lose, because I'm hearing already that he might be with the Orlando Magic. They're meeting with him right now. And if they can't get off of Julius Randle, it doesn't put them in position to battle Boston, because the Boston Celtics wings are better than the Knicks wings. It makes them better, but it doesn't. And to me, it doesn't make them better than a healthy Milwaukee Bucks. It doesn't make them better than the healthy Philadelphia 76ers. And it doesn't make them better than the reigning champion Boston Celtics. So unless they make another move and Julius Randle is moved and they retain Hardenstein, then yeah, maybe. But nah, they're not better.
Take.
Yeah, man, you can hear me?
Yeah, Max.
I just wanted to say, I showed up because I promised everybody in the live chat I wasn't gonna leave y'all without the messenger of truth on no Sunday.
Oh wow! Here we go.
So Tate, what's your take with the Knicks, bro?
Man, I mean, I think they're gonna be really good, just like mine think. But I think you missing the part about they're gonna be missing size. Like I said, I got to see if they can bring Julius Randle back if they want to, because that's a lot of money. They're gonna be above the second apron. A lot of luxury tax.
Facts.
And that's not even bringing Hart. They can't bring Hartenstein back. He about to get a $20 million bag from somebody.
Yeah, facts.
So do they keep Mitchell Robinson? Or do they keep Julius Randle? If they do that, they top 3 in the East. If they don't, they about what they was last year with better wing defenders, but no interior defense.
Facts. Which don't make them better than the Boston Celtics or a healthy Milwaukee Bucks.
Listen, the Celtics and the Bucks are the teams that are front runners. Can we both agree on that?
Yeah, I agree. If I had to set the standings in the East now, I would go Boston 1, probably Milwaukee 2, probably a Philadelphia 3 with a healthy Embiid, and then you start talking about New York and Cleveland. That's my 5, my top 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think Boston, Milwaukee, and Philly, because Philly about to hit you upside the head with Paul George in a minute.
Facts.
And that's gonna change a lot.
That's facts.
So you think Paul George, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey are good enough to challenge in the East? That's what you're telling me.
They can win the chip.
And they great try and get Caldwell Pope.
Yeah.
They can win who's a championship piece. Who's proven as a championship piece on the Lakers and the Nuggets.
Yeah. Facts. Definitely. They can win the chip. Philadelphia, all it's going to take is 1 or 2 moves, and Philly is right there, bro.
Philly gonna get Paul George and could get Klay Thompson.
Oh,
now I think that's a crazy move right there. Klay, where Klay ends up is gonna impact a lot. I mean, Klay ain't just the old Klay Thompson, but he still got a strap. He can still shoot that thing. You know what I'm saying? Austin Zart, what's going on, sir?
Klay
what you said, Tate?
Klay said his best years ahead of him.
That's
what Klay said.
If Klay ends up at Philly, Denver, or LA, they in it. If Klay ends up in any of those 3 teams, Philly, Denver, or LA.
What about Klay Thompson in Dallas?
Nah, that don't help. Nah, because he ain't got the defense that they need.
I saw that. I saw talk of that. That's my bias hope. But Klay going to Philly or Klay going to the Lakers?
I don't hope that. It's my thought. I'm asking y'all, what do y'all think about Klay Thompson in Dallas? I particularly like Caldwell Pope in Dallas. I like that better. You know what I'm saying? I like that better. That looks good.
Yeah, because he's a 3-and-D-er. Caldwell Pope is a 3-and-D-er, and I agree. But Klay ain't going to. Klay doesn't help them because he doesn't have the defense that they need on the wing.
Yeah,
I was gonna say at this age, Klay a defensive liability.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Tim Lyons asked the CP3. So all of y'all that don't know, breaking news right before we came on the air, the Golden State Warriors officially waived Chris Paul, and he's a free agent. He can go anywhere he wants. I don't know at this stage of the game, and I'm just asking you guys, if he's that much of a factor on a team to actually get a chip. I don't know if he is. Not to me.
Oh, I'm gonna say this. As a distributor, if he could get on a team where he's just a distributor of the basketball and not counting on the score, he'll be okay. He still plays decent defense. Yeah. And he does still have, a bag. He can handle the rock and he can distribute. But if he gets on a team where he's asked to be anything, you might well just hang that one up. That ship done sailed for CP3. You know what I'm saying? CP3 is not I don't even think he's a 15-point a night guy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 12, 10. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? 12.
It ain't 12 and 10 to be good. It ain't about running the team.
Hey man, you on Mr. Robotic time.
Yeah, he froze solid because he's in a tunnel.
Yeah, you on Mr. Robotic time.
Yeah, he's in a tunnel. He froze solid. Facts.
We'll get you back when you're totally out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I said think for CP3, think about what team is a true point guard. Phoenix Suns, perfect fit.
Yeah. But that's where he was. That's where he was before. But they do need a point guard.
And they traded him to get KD. They didn't play with him with KD yet.
Yeah, that's facts. That would be a great pickup.
Yeah, because I get it. Because all you need, he just needs to be the distributor of the basketball. He does not need to be anything special. He doesn't need to be anything special at all.
Well, if you put him with Book, with Beal, and with KD, and what they got, Jokic or whatever is their center, that gives them a definite chance to run up against some of those teams in the West. But the issue is always going to be for them.
Nurkic.
Yeah, Nurkic. I said Jokic. Nurkic. You put him with Nurkic, that's going to definitely give them an opportunity to be there as far as the West is concerned. But, Ma, you didn't hear my take that I said on the Homies Overtime. And I mean this is all get up. Unless something crazy happened, the Minnesota Timberwolves going to be hard to beat. They're going to be hard to beat. We'll get to that when we start talking about the draft recap. But right now, we're still on free agents, man. So
yeah, definitely. So Running Through the Jungle, B-Dirt says CP3 would be a great fit for a team with a young point guard to learn from. Absolutely. I agree. I totally agree. Austin's Art, which team, maybe would anyone expect him to go? Maybe the Mavs or the Lakers, probably. He doesn't work in the Mavs. Does he work at the Lakers? Yeah, but then we're gonna get to that. Bronny gets no time at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because they re-signed D'Angelo Russell. They've already done it. Yeah. They've re-signed D'Angelo Russell. They got him for a 2-year deal.
They didn't re-sign him. They probably didn't want him. He opted in his contract. That's what happened.
Yeah, he's in. So he ain't going nowhere. Now, whether or not he starts, I don't know. But I think if you put Chris Paul at the point guard, that's an upgrade over Russell for the Lakers. I think that works.
It's definitely an upgrade, and you got a distributor. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have a distributor, and it works. It makes it go. But I mean, still, the Lakers are away. The Lakers are at least 3-4 people away. Well, I'll say 2 people away from a championship.
In the West.
In the West, they need more than what they got.
If Klay Thompson go to the Lakers, the West they're gonna battle. I'm telling you right now, that's all they need is Klay.
I love their draft pick. I absolutely love their draft pick. The young kid from Tennessee, they got him one. You know
Austin
what I'm saying?
Austin Connect.
Yeah, they got him one. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But
he's a wing 3 and deer. He's a wing 3 and deer.
Yeah, the gist of the matter is that it's just that's kind of up. It's up for grabs for me on that. But look, we're gonna go ahead and take our first commercial break. G, take us into a commercial, man.
Thanks again for rocking with us on the KnoItAllz podcast on Sunday at 6 o'clock. If you're watching us live on YouTube, just give us a quick second. We got to get a word from our partners. If you're listening to us on audio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, please give us a second, get a word from our partners, and we'll be right back with the KnoItAllz podcast.
And we're back, you guys, man. Make sure you smash those like buttons. Gee, man, look, dog. The draft, man. And look, I'm just when I think of what happened in the draft, bro, like I am unimpressed because it wasn't a lot that happened. We had the most important second round draft ever. Second round draft pick ever, right? So what are we talking about, G? Talk to me, man. What do you think? Who do you think was the big winner in the draft? Talk to me. Fines. Oh my God, he was fine.
Yeah, I got the big fine. But that's why I'm holding up the G Stradamus sign, because I'm telling you right now, the Minnesota Timberwolves gonna be hard to beat, bro. They're gonna be hard when they acquired Dillingham from San Antonio and gave up futures like 2031, 2028 picks, and then they came back and they got Shannon out of Illinois late in the first round, who's probably the best scorer in that draft.
No.
Oh, Minnesota is gonna be hard to beat.
Dillingham to me was the best scorer in the draft.
No way. You didn't see Shannon play enough in Illinois. Shannon was the dog.
Shannon is a beast. The best scorer in the draft is Austin Connect.
Well, yeah, the Lakers got him.
I like that too. I won't argue that point either. But I will say this: I watched Shannon because he came from Texas Tech.
Correct.
You know that, right? He played at Tech first. Yeah.
Years.
So
yeah.
I watched him. You know what I'm saying? And he get buckets. I ain't even gonna lie, he get buckets, man.
But he's a wing defender. And you give Dillingham and him already to Minnesota, and they didn't lose nobody. They didn't lose nobody. So the big winners as the draft to me was Minnesota. Minnesota hit a lick, you know, and I'm telling you, they're gonna be right there. All they needed was those wing defenders to match up against. Now in Dallas, yeah, they got their rookies, but you're gonna put and Shannon and Dillingham are not little skinny dudes either. They big bodies and they fast. And you're going to put them dudes up against and run them dudes at Luka and run them dudes at Kyrie. Oh, yeah, they're going to have problems. So, yeah, I like Minnesota's come up, bro. What's up, Mark? What's cracking, bro?
Tate, who do you got? Who do you think was the big win in this draft?
I'm gonna side with G, man. I'm big on Minnesota too. They got that dog point guard who's comp to Kyrie Irving because of his handle, and they still got Mike Conley for him to learn under for a year, but he's still gonna come with that explosiveness off the bench, and you got Terrence Shannon, who I'm not even talking about nothing but his mentality. He looks at the game and try and kill everything in front of him, just like Ant-Man. Yeah. So as the year goes on, not right at the beginning, but when we get into February or March again, they're gonna have two guys on the wing that ain't looking at nothing but coming downhill and getting in your grill.
I like it.
Big facts.
Like it.
I tell you, I'll go Minnesota #1 right now. In the West, I go #1. They #1. I say right now today, they #1. Now it can change free agency, you know.
They was #1 last year. How can I argue that?
Yeah. Number one. And with a bullet. Number one with a bullet, Ma. With a bullet. Number one.
So I mean, you got people coming back, like you got our boy, Dreadhead, one of the most
Nas Reed.
one of the most explosive players in the league before he got suspended. And then he was hurt all last year. So you got him coming back for the Grizzlies.
Ja Morant.
Ja Morant. How much so? I mean, the West is gonna be harder next year.
Bro.
The West is gonna be harder next year.
I mean, I'm not saying they're not, because some of this free agency could shift it out. But when you have them young Lions like Minnesota already got, and then now you done threw in 2 more young Lions, oh man, they're gonna be hard to beat, bro. They're gonna be hard to beat.
I gotta see Ja come back for me just to jump on that bandwagon. I mean, I know he a dog, but I gotta see him come back. He been gone for the better part of a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you think Ja's gonna come back not being Ja?
I think the Western came up. I got the Grizzlies probably like about the 6th seed right now.
Yeah.
Trying to stay out the play-in.
Yep. I would probably go Minnesota 1, Denver 2, Dallas 3, OKC 4. Ooh. Probably Phoenix 5, Lakers, you know.
Yeah, then you talk about the Suns, Lakers, Grizzlies, Golden State trying to retool.
Yep.
Man, I'm gonna tell you,
you left the Sacramento Kings out.
Sacramento Kings was a balling team. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the Thunder, and I forgot about them too. I like the move that they made bringing
Alex Caruso.
Yes, to that team.
Giddy trash.
Yeah, I mean, Giddy just he didn't produce. He didn't produce. But you know,
I don't think Giddy was trash. He just was up to get paid, and they don't want to pay him.
Yeah.
So they traded him for a veteran that play defense, that bring leadership, you know, and they're probably gonna be the team, one of the teams gunning hard for Hartenstein, so they can get a big man. So Chet can play off ball, help side defense all the time, and block a gazillion shots.
Hey, Hartenstein or Valanciunas with OKC? Oh, OKC all the way to the top. They up there with Minnesota. Hey. If you add Hartenstein or Valanciunas to that team, whoo, God, killing them.
Thomas Riley is concerned about your safety. He said you shouldn't be driving while doing the podcast. YouTube Live, bring a big fine. He said, shouldn't that bring a big fine?
Thanks, T. Riley, but I'm sitting next to my wife who's driving.
Uh-oh.
Blackstreet was trying to get him to fine. Blackstreet, no way.
Yeah, he was trying
trying
to get you a fine. It is what it is. But look, Mr. Woodside said Giddy is young. He'll get better. Isn't a great fit if they're looking for improved defense.
Garbage.
I think Caruso does improve them defensively. No. And Caruso, get this, Caruso's closer back to the house. So
I agree.
Closer you get back to the house, you play better. It just is what it is.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying Giddy ain't gonna be but about a 10 to 12 point scorer, man. That's his role. And unless he gets in the gym and starts working on that jump shot, because that's the whole reason they lost to the Mavericks. They lost to the Mavericks because they dared him to shoot. And if you go back and look at his minutes kept dropping and dropping and dropping, even to the point where they took him out of the starting lineup because he was a liability. So unless he gets in that gym and develops a jump shot like if I leave him open, we in trouble. He ain't going. And on Chicago, he can do that because Chicago is not ready to do nothing in the East. So maybe he can develop that. But Caruso now, if the roles would have been reversed last year and Caruso would have been a Giddy spot, the Mavericks wouldn't have made it, dog. Because Caruso would have been busting their face wide open.
No, Caruso's proven.
He'd have been busting them open.
Yeah, he's proven that he could do that. I think so. Here, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give my scratching your head pick for the draft, and it ain't where everybody else think that I'm finna go. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be trash, man. Don't be trash.
My scratching my head pick was at number 3 at Reed Shepherd. The Rockets took Reed Shepherd. He's a scorer. I mean, you can't, but you already got one. You got one of them who's ball dominant, who needs the ball in his hands. And I understand.
You talking about Scoop?
No,
not
Scoop.
Scoop.
He talking about Jalen Green, but the Rockets trying to trade Jalen Green though.
So you think that they're really gonna go through with that trade?
If they can get something big back, they're gonna trade Jalen Green.
I mean, I heard KD take.
Yeah,
I heard KD.
Jalen Green and a whole bunch of other stuff for KD.
Yeah.
They want KD, Donovan Mitchell, or Paul George.
Let me ask you a question. What does KD being in Houston benefit Houston? You're not winning a championship with KD in Houston. That's not happening.
They think they can go for it. They just got too many young players right now, so they can give up a couple, 2, 3 of them and get a veteran like KD. I mean, hell, they was like what 45 and 40 and 43 last year, whatever their record was.
Yep, right there, there to get in.
37, they was close.
Tate, that's not enough in the West. That's not enough in the West.
Hold it, Mon. KD with any team in the West, they automatically move in the top 4. Any team in the West, if KD goes to any other team in the West, they automatic top 4.
Come on, G. Come
on, nothing. He averaged 27 a game.
He can go to the Rockets. He can go to the Spurs. That don't make them top 4.
Come on, man. If he go to the Spurs with Wemby and they get a point
top 4 right now.
No, boy Castle.
We're not talking about if. We're saying you said if he gets to that team right now, they're top 4. They're not.
Any team KD go, any of them top 10 Western Conference teams. Now San Antonio's not a top 10 Western Conference team as of today.
So I'm glad you prefaced.
If you say top 10 and KD goes to any of those teams, they automatically move in the top 4 to West. I don't care who it is.
I agree with that. The top 10. I agree with that. I agree. But not any team in the West. That's not. No.
But San Antonio would press the gas with Victor and him. They press the gas.
If KD go to any team, they compete anywhere from the 6th seed in the play-in.
Facts. That's big facts. That's big facts. Automatic. KD is that guy, bro. He's an assassin. Now, the issue with KD is he hasn't moved into the mindset that he's a hired assassin. He thinks that like he's really still the guy, which he can be the guy, but bro, on a team where he's the killer, oh, you in trouble. You in trouble. I don't care who you add him with. You add him with put him with Luka. Chip. Put him with Denver. Chip. Put him with Sacramento. Chip.
So
I'll run it down. Chip.
My initial question, you guys. Who was the scratching your head moment? What was the scratching your head moment in the draft for you? Mine was Reed Shepherd.
The Milwaukee Bucks with the number 23 pick in AJ Johnson. It made absolute AJ Johnson, for you guys that don't know who he is, he's a kid that averaged less points than all those people that's been hating on Bronny, right? He averaged less points. He averaged like 2.1 points per game, 1 point some odd rebounds per game. He had a really good tournament, which he really turned up in the tournament. So they drafted him at number 23 based on potential. So, and that's for all of those people that was out there hating on the Bronny pick. I mean, listen, they drafted a guy that didn't even do what Bronny did at number 23 overall in the first round. So that's why I scratched my head, because the guys that went after him, there was some hogs. The kid out of Dayton was a dog. The kid out of Baylor was a dog. There was some dogs that went after him. So, and Shannon out of Minnesota. So, yeah, my scratch my head pick was AJ Johnson at 23.
Tate, you're scratching your head pick.
My scratch my head pick is what you just said something about 5 minutes ago. The most important second round ever. Talking about Bronny being picked. But I seem to think that Joker was picked in the second round.
Facts.
So I can never say that. 3-time MVP picked in the second round. Bronny don't got nothing on that.
Brunson was picked in the second round.
A lot of guys was in the second round.
Yeah,
no, but not a lot, but some.
Well, Draymond Green, you can get some good talent in the second round. But I think my scratch your head pick, man, was that of my very own Cleveland Cavaliers.
Big facts, Drake. Say big facts. I was hostile. I'm still upset.
Jalen Tyson.
That was big trash. That was a trash. Why do you
think Jalen Thompson was a scratch your head pick? Tell me that.
I'll let Tate tell him.
I mean, I've come around to seeing what they see in them, 3-4 days later after doing some research and stuff. But I easily would have picked either Terrence Shannon or the kid Day'Ron Holmes out of Dayton, who's a stretch 4 and 5 that would be the perfect fit to sub in for either Jared Allen or Evan Mobley if they keep both of them. That way, you get some shooting on the floor. You still got your 6'10". He got like a 7'1" wingspan, block shots, explosive to the rim. I mean, I think they could have used that piece better. They obviously wanted to, he's a big guy. Jalen Tyson, he's an all-around player.
6'6", 218.
What'd you say?
6'6", 218.
Yeah.
19-6 a game. 19 points a game. 10.7 assists.
For a trash Cal team, it was trash.
Cal
was garbage.
They only won 13 games. I don't think he wasn't averaging 10 assists a game, though.
No, I said 10.7 rebounds.
Did he have a 10.7 rebound?
Well, no. I'm sorry.
Like seven rebounds.
7 rebounds. But he improved his points per game from 10 to 19. So he scored. He's almost averaging 20 points a game. Gee, I don't understand. 20 points a game in college, that translates. Maybe 13, 14 tonight in the NBA.
No, bro. No, it does not translate. And I'm glad you brought that up because I looked it up about them 20-point plus scores that go on into the NBA from trash teams. Those guys' scoring average goes down to somewhere between 7 and 10 points per game. And a lot of them start off in the G League and or come off the bench for their teams. The Cavs was in a position where they're chasing Boston, they're chasing New York, they're chasing Milwaukee. You needed to get a guy that can put some fear in those teams. This dude ain't going. We already got a bunch of those same guys. Niang, Strauss. We got a bunch of dudes that play that swing position. So LeVert, I'll run down. We got a bunch of guys. So he don't really help the Cavaliers to me. And Tate was absolutely right when he said dudes that was on the bench. Guys that got picked afterwards for that Cleveland could have got. That kid from Dayton would have.
I like DeRon Holmes. I like DeRon Holmes. 6'9", 7 foot wingspan. Yeah, he was ready. That I thought should have been y'all's pick. I was
guess who got him? Phoenix got him.
Yeah, Phoenix got him.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say, bro. It ain't, that was a big trash pick. That was a big trash. He G Leaguing it.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room.
DeRon Holmes went to Denver.
Yeah, Phoenix traded him to Denver.
Phoenix traded him to Denver, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, but sheesh. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. It's been mentioned already. Bronny James goes to the Lakers at pick number 55 in the second round. First, let me just go ahead and get
Don't be no hater.
Let me go ahead and get my say out. First and foremost, you didn't even have to say that I'm going to be a hater because you already know what I'm going to say.
Having a big bias.
I basically said what I was going to say to you. You see how G get? He does. You see how he get?
Big bias.
He already knows what I'm going to say because I've said it to him already. The gist of the matter is that I do not feel in any way, shape, form, or fashion that the Lakers were wrong for picking Bronny James. I'm gonna tell you why. LeBron has done enough. LeBron is one of the greatest players that we've ever seen with our eyes. And depending on how long Jesus tarries, he may be one of the greatest players of all time ever. You know what I'm saying? So when I say what I'm saying, he deserves to have that type of influence in in the organization to bring his son home, right? So you may say it was nepotism. So what? They do it all the time. The Joneses did it in Dallas. The Busses did it in LA. You know, it's happening all over. You know, Kansas City did it. They bring their children, and it's like it's a family business. Well, basketball is their family business, and for that, I'm applauding big time. I'm happy. Number one and number two, what man in the world wouldn't want to play with his son at the highest level of the game that he has made his living in? What man? That would be the proudest moment of my whole entire life. So kudos, Bron, for bringing your son to the LA Lakers. The balance, you know, I always give y'all balance. The balance is you look at his numbers and you say, man, Bronny's not a pro and he's not, but let's look at something. Bronny had a heart condition where he thought he would never play basketball again. And then he missed about 5 games, and then he came in and he played, but he was rotational. He had missed all the camp, so he didn't get an opportunity to break the roster. So, and I mean, SC wasn't really giving him, you know, the type of tick that he needed. And of course, if there's anybody that knows what he could do, it would be his father. But I'm just gonna say, in the off chance that they got this right, which I think from a basketball side, it's an off chance. Everybody, you have a leg to stand on to say, well, his stats ain't. You got a leg to stand on when you say that. But in the off chance that he's a good player, the Lakers may have struck gold. That's mine. G, talk to him, man.
No, I'm gonna go to Tate because I got some stuff.
Yeah, let me go first real quick. I got to get out of here. I'm at my destination. So I'm just gonna say.
I see you looking around like the police there.
Oh no!
Look around.
I'm right here. I'm in Northwest, but it's not the best part of Northwest. So you got to keep your head on the swivel.
Keep your head on the swivel.
He's look around.
Hey, man. So I'm gonna say I agree with you, Ma. It's nepotism happens. And the generations before you work hard to make it easier on the generations that come after you. So, you can't say nothing about it. Hell, we got a president of the United States the last 20 years wasn't nothing but nepotism.
The daddy passed it on to the son.
The Bushes.
Daddy passed it on to the son. Politics is the family business.
Yeah, fact.
And in the James household, basketball the family business.
Yeah.
Right? So I like Bronny going there, and I like Bronny going there not because of what Bronny can do right now, because of what Bronny can turn into, its potential and upside.
Yeah.
So I think Bronny 6'2". I think Bronny can grow to be 6'5".
Yeah.
I think Bronny got high basketball IQ.
Yeah.
I think he got the athletic traits that his dad passed down to him. Maybe not the height, but he got the athletic traits. And I'm gonna be happy to see Bron play with both Bronny and Bryce in the next couple years because it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
facts.
I don't know if Bryce is gonna happen with him. Bryce is really good, and they're gonna have to have a top pick to get Bryce. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to have a top pick.
They'll trade always down. They'll trade always down with the quickness.
You're gonna have to have a top pick to get Bryce. I ain't gonna lie.
Big G, why you still talking about AD, man? He was all NBA last year, man.
But he's still always down.
He played like 76 games last year.
Man, that boy is a hard breeze away from a torn meniscus. That boy stayed hurt, bro. They'll give up the farm to get Bryce, bro. They'll trade always down. That's why they holding on to him.
Okay.
For the chance.
Hey, I think the best possible story though is that the Lakers can get a championship this year. Father and son championship.
But you know what, Tate? I'm glad because see now and I'm gonna be crystal clear with this. The hate for LeBron and Bronny, because I've been out there in the streets, Tate. I've been out there in the streets, man. It's got more to do with the fact of LeBron being better than Michael Jordan. It ain't got nothing to do with Bronny. It ain't got nothing to do with Bron. It's got the fact of that LeBron James has done something greater than Michael Jordan. He's a father. He got his son to the league. He's shown everybody he don't have no scandals. He don't have no this and that. And so now here's something that LeBron, there's not even a question that LeBron did better than Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And folks got an issue and a problem with it. And I'm like, stop. Why would you hate on him? And there's been other players whose sons didn't get an opportunity or whose sons is doing some questionable stuff. Man, and like now all of a sudden you going to hate on him? Man, stop it.
Kobe Carl got an opportunity.
Yes. Yes.
You know, you said something earlier, Big G, about Luke Walton. Luke Walton was a lightweight hooper.
Yeah.
But you talking about Kobe Carl got an opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. In the league because he's George Karl's son.
I'm sure I could think of others. But you know, my last question before I gotta get out of here is who everybody in their prime, who wins the 2-on-2 game between LeBron and his boys and MJ and his boys?
LeBron, they smoke them. They smoke. It ain't.
Smoke
It's smoke. LeBron, Bronny, and Bryce. It's over. It's over quick. It's over quick. Jordan gonna be smacking his kids all over the head,
if it's
pulling his belt off, trying to whoop them.
If it's a two-man game,
it's over.
I think Carmelo and his son.
It's over with them too. It's over.
Two-man game, Carmelo and his son.
Dog, the only ones that's got a shot is D Wade and his boy, the one that can hoop. D Wade's boy can hoop. He's a hooper. Now D Wade and Wade against Bron and his son.
You acting like Carmelo's son ain't a hooper.
I ain't saying he no killer, bro.
That boy's a trained assassin.
LeBron got Melo all day. LeBron got Melo all day, bro.
Kai Anthony is a hooper, and one of his final schools is Ohio State. So I'm all with Kai Anthony.
He is a dog.
But I'm giving it. But Michael Jeffrey Jordan and his son is getting taken to the dojo.
And then what's the other one? What's the other one who got twins? He got twins. The Boozer. Yeah. Him and one of his sons, they like the
Man,
I don't. It's one of the twins that's really good. One of them is really good.
For one, you leaning all into the kids, man. What about that professional though?
Oh yeah,
Mike taking that boy to the dojo, bro.
LBJ winning that. You know what I'm saying? In the two-man game, LBJ
on the box, it's over. It's on the box. It's over.
Matt Barnes got some dog twins too.
Yeah,
he do.
Yeah. Now his twins are better than the Boozer twins.
No way.
Yes, they are.
No way.
Yes, they are.
No way. The only reason why the Boozer boys are not ranked 1 and 2 in their class is because the next Larry Bird is coming. And matter of fact, let me get my Driestradamus. Y'all heard it here first. The next Larry Bird is on the way. He's on the way. His name is Cooper Flagg. He reclassed. He was supposed to be a junior. He was supposed to be a junior, but he'll be a senior this year. He classed up.
Cooper Flagg's already going to. He's already a junior.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But let me tell you something.
Cooper Flagg is a dog.
Yeah, but he's not in the Boozer and class. But I'm telling you,
if he would have Mod, he classed up. He was supposed to be.
He's not the next Larry Bird.
He is too. Let me watch him play.
Let me tell you the next. Let me tell you the next Larry Bird is. The next Larry Bird is Larry Bird's grandson, Jordan Bird.
Oh, he's a dog. I seen him play.
Dude is a beast.
He's a dog.
I think he's going to his 11th grade year. He's a beast.
6'7", 230.
Hey, he more explosive and athletic than Bird. He catching bodies right now.
Yeah. But Cooper Flagg, y'all, I'm trying to tell you.
I'm not going to
Flagg is a dog.
Cooper Flagg is going to be the first Cooper Flagg, and he's going to be really, really good. I think he's going to be a star in this league.
Cooper Flagg is one of the most anticipated draft picks ever.
Hey, Mod,
yes,
Big
sir.
G.
Yeah.
Take us to break. I'm out, fellas. Shout out KnoItAllz Nation. Appreciate y'all. Had to stop in real quick. Now I got to go take my nephew his birthday presents. He just got back from Ohio and head home. By that time, y'all probably be close to done. So I'm going to holler at everybody, man.
Tell the family I said happy birthday, bro. I'll holler at you, man.
Will do. Peace out, fellas.
Yeah. G, take us to break.
Thanks for listening to us and rocking with us on the KnoItAllz podcast on your fabulous Sunday. If you're watching us on YouTube, just give it a second. Or on Facebook, give us a second as we get to play a couple bills from our partners. If you're listening to us on audio podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to it, just be right back after a quick commercial break from the KnoItAllz podcast.
And we are back. I'm laughing at these comments, man.
Hey, wait a minute. Time out. So now that Tate is gone and, we ain't trying to make sure it's audio and all that's right, can you please put Claude Bishop in the Matrix?
Why we got to put Claude in the Matrix?
Let's go back a few comments. Do I need to highlight what the man said? Do I need to highlight it, bro? He's wishing Tate a good day and all whatever else. But he said LBJ's political views is the major reason for LBJ dislike. No, that is not. The LBJ dislike and LBJ hate is because that people say he's greater than Michael Jordan, and most Jordan fans can't take it. They can't take the fact when you start actually comparing greatness to greatness, they don't like that. And so now here's something that you can't even debate, that LeBron James did better than Michael Jeffrey Jordan, so they hated on him. They hated on him, and they hated on his son. That's where the hate is coming from. I'm telling you, I've been out in the streets, Instagram, X, TikTok. I've been out there, and Facebook. I didn't see all the hate. They hating on him because, guess what? You hate him because you ain't him. So all them NJ lovers out there, this one's put to bed. He's a better dad, and he has more influence on the NBA. He's got more influence than anybody.
So
LeBron James.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. And I'm a Jordan fan. For those of you who are watching and knows anything about the KnoItAllz, I'm just gonna tell you. And Claude, I'm not gonna put you in for your political.
That's bias.
Your political views. That is what it is. But I'm gonna tell you, the only thing that I will applaud G in his statement for is, there is jealousy amongst the camp, and they're jealous of the way that LeBron has cornered the game. You cannot say anything about LeBron as a father. You cannot say anything about how he's got his sons. Him and Rich Paul has gotten his sons deals with Beats and with Nike. He's getting paid.
He's made Rich Paul the most powerful dang on agent. Rich Paul is the most powerful agent in basketball, in the history of basketball. That happened because of LeBron.
But I get what you're saying. But here's my thing: we don't hate LeBron and we don't hate LeBron. What we're simply saying, what Jordan fans simply say is, LeBron's not the best basketball player ever.
He is.
He's the most marketable. He's done a lot as far as the game is concerned. He's a great father. He's done everything he's supposed to do. But MJ in his prime, LBJ in his prime, it's no contest.
It is a contest.
The psychopath, the extreme winner, the person that's going to wheel you to a W is Michael Jeffrey Jordan. We're not arguing.
Bro.
We're not mad because he got a chance to play with his son. I'm happy about that.
Listen, I don't hate Mike Jordan. Matter of fact, I've always you've known this for years. My top three always 1A, 1B, 1C is Kareem, Jordan, and LeBron. That's a matter of fact, I don't even put nobody else in that category. I think those three are in a higher stratosphere than anybody else. But when you talk, and I'm not saying you, but when you talk to the most atypical Michael Jordan fan, there is so much hate in their heart for LeBron because he approaches Jordan. But that's the issue.
Gee, there's so much hate in LeBron fans for the same thing. Like, let's say and I call them LeBron stans. They have hate for Jordan. They're trying to say that he couldn't use Michael Jordan couldn't use anything but his right hand. Come on, bro. Like this. Come on, bro.
He lightweight was the right hand bandit. Now, come on now. There's videotape out there now. Man. There's videotape out there.
When you watch that stuff, that videotape is from one season. I'm gonna tell you something. if you couldn't stop my right hand, I ain't going to my left neither.
I mean,
it is what it is. You couldn't stop.
I agree because they played in two different eras. I agree with that.
You can't stop me. I'm gonna do what you as a coach. You are a great sports mind. Let me tell everybody, KnoItAllz Nation, you need to understand. My sports mind, this man is right next to me, sports mind. As far as coaching the game of football and basketball, we know it because we were raised in the culture. Our father was a coach. It's just part of our lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So I admire the fact that you know what it is to coach a football team, a basketball team. And you'll say, just like I say, if you can't stop it, why change it?
I get that. I understand that. But what I'm saying is overall impact on the game is the fact that they hate the fact that LeBron is in the same even stratosphere with Jordan. And a lot of it is not Jordan people hating on LeBron. It's not. Matter of fact, most LeBron people are like, wait a minute, whoa, what are you talking about? They ain't all out there talking yak like that. A lot of that is because they don't like the fact that LeBron is in the same conversation with MJ. And it's true. Claude, you get out the matrix for that because you telling the truth. It's big facts. People don't like it. People don't like it. No, see, there's a hater right there. That's one of them ops. That's what I'm saying. There's an op right there. That's one of them oppositionals.
Tim, you're right, man. Listen, he said, I'm personally happy for LBJ and his family, but MJ is my GOAT. Listen, and you had that right. And I do believe that Michael Jordan is the best basketball player to ever play the game of basketball. Period, point blank. It just is what it is. But we cannot hate.
Last thing, man. I promise you. Last thing on this. I hear what, and when the conversation comes back to Jordan, it always comes back to the 6 championships, right? That's what it comes back to. And if that's the case, Bill Russell's the GOAT because he got 10 straight.
It's not.
John Havlicek got 9 straight.
It's not just the championships, man. This man refused to lose, bro.
Bill Russell.
MJ
championships.
MJ in his prime against LBJ in his prime, which we all agree his prime years was at Miami. He got nothing for nothing for Michael Jordan.
Jordan, once again, and we've already proven this. Jordan didn't play against the dynasty. That's true. He
was the dynasty, and he played against the Pistons. How was he not?
No, he didn't come to the dynasty. No, he didn't come to the Pistons. It was over. It was over.
Come on, G. It was over because they took it.
No, it wasn't
they
because
took it.
No, Mod. NBA expansion took it from Detroit. They lost Rick Mahorn, John Sally, and what was the other guy? They lost 3 of their players. That's what took it. NBA expansion. They expanded 6 teams within a matter of 4 years. That was a watered down league. Let's just tell the truth. It was watered down. The Miami Heat, the Charlotte Hornets, the Vancouver Grizzlies, the Toronto Raptors, that watered down the league. There was no dynasty. There was no other team. There was no team that came up out of the West or nothing like that. As soon as Jordan came back, they broke up the Rockets. Come on, man. Let's tell the truth.
We're telling the truth, and you can say whatever you want to say. That was a dynasty he went through, and then he went through the Lakers.
No, Magic Johnson within 6 months of that championship was diagnosed with full-blown AIDS. And who says he didn't have it then? They didn't play against no other team, no dynasty. That's just facts. So I'm saying if you say 6 chips, I mean, I get it. All praises to the 6 chips. But if you're going to say winner, Bill Russell is the greatest winner that's ever played basketball.
Let me tell you, what with Michael's skills, what everybody else says about Michael, who played in the league, the Grant Hills, the Isaiah Thomases.
They hate him.
No, they said that he was one of the greatest, if not the greatest to ever play the game of basketball. Kenny Smith said he was the greatest thing that he ever seen play the game of basketball.
Your list of guys who say love him, I can come with a list of dudes that hate him, including his teammates. Horace Grant and Scottie Pippen didn't like him.
Okay, but they won with him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was what it was. Here's the thing. Yeah, and you're right. HIV. He didn't have AIDS. AIDS
Correct.
is the other thing.
Correct.
He was diagnosed with HIV.
AIDS is terminal. Correct.
So let's switch gears, like you said. We were talking about real quick. There's talks of the NBA right now wanting to do the same that they did then and expand. Right.
Yeah.
And then one of those expansion places would be Seattle. How good would it be to see a Seattle Supersonics team come back to the NBA? How would you feel about it? I know I would feel great. How would you feel about it, Jay?
It should have been happened. I think Seattle should have got a team. I think St. Louis. I think St. Louis and San Antonio deserve a team. I think the Vegas deserves a team as well. But I would love to see the Supersonics green and gold back out there. I think they're one of the biggest franchises, at least from my childhood, that a lot of people loved was the Seattle Supersonics. So to bring them back, give them the Supersonics name, and make them decent team, not just one of those teams you go out there 17 wins for 5 years in a row. Let's get some players up there. I think that market is wide open, ready to. I'm telling you, because i.e. what expansion did. Go back and look at what Charlotte, Miami, Toronto, and Vancouver did their first 4 seasons.
Yeah,
they never wore more than 35 games. Never.
I'm gonna tell you, Tim Lyons commented. He said Supersonics back in Seattle would be too sweet. I'd be happier than a fat kid in a candy store. And Mr. Woodside said, I love to see Seattle back. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. I would love to see the Supersonics come back with that Supersonics logo and have them back in Seattle. And if we're gonna expand, leave it to 1 or 2 teams. You would hurt the league way too much if you put more than 2 teams. If you brought more than 2 teams back, you're hurting the league, G. And honestly, I don't see you should have learned from the first time. Yeah, that first expansion. You know, the Grizzlies. I mean, who was that? You had Toronto,
Vancouver,
and
Miami. Yeah, it was all trash for years. And that was right around the time Money was getting them chips because they stole players off stole players off the team.
We're off the money. We're off the MJ thing. We're talking about expansion.
I'm just saying.
We're talking about expansion.
Expansion waters down the league. That's what it does. If you go from 32 to 34, you're going to get 2 teams that's going to get less than 20 wins for a substantial amount of years. So therefore, now you have teams that can win more games, and you're going to take at a expansion draft, they get to pick who you don't protect. So you see what I'm saying? So now that's what broke up the Pistons. That's what broke up some of that. It messed the Knicks up and messed up the 76ers because they got the cherry picking. Let me get this guy because you could only protect so many dudes.
You could only protect so many dudes.
Yeah.
Mr. Woodside said it would be amazing if KD finished his career in Seattle, even if he's 38 and not the KD we know now. I think that would be great, and hang the banner up. Hang the banner up. Before we start part 2, I want to say this, and before we even get to the WNBA All-Star break, I want to say this because I want to say it ahead of baseball. Bo Jackson got his number retired in Kansas City. And everybody says, man, he didn't have like a Hall of Fame career. But Bo Jackson is still one of the greatest athletes of our time.
Top 10.
You know what I'm saying? And he may be one of the best Royals of all time. You know what I'm saying? So,
Top 10 athletes.
Gee, I just want to send a big salute out to Bo Jackson. He got his number retired in KC. Man, we gonna go and we're gonna start part 2 of this show. G, take us there, man. Take us there.
Thanks again for listening to us and rocking with us. We'll be right back with part 2 of the KnoItAllz podcast Sunday, live on YouTube and Facebook. We'll be back after a quick word.
And we're back, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you, those that know Bo, man. Tim Lyons said Bo knows baseball.
Yeah.
Tim Line said, Bo Vincent Jackson, glad to see he got into the KC Hall of Fame. Absolutely. Bo Jackson is and will always be a legend. I mean, listen, one of the greatest athletes we've ever seen in our day.
Maybe top five. Maybe top five.
I mean, Bo could do it all, bro. Like, he could do it all. Like, he could play baseball. He could play basketball. He could play football. He's probably one of our greatest. I know somebody better, though.
I know somebody better.
Okay. He's probably one of our greatest what-if stories ever. Who you got better than Bo Jackson?
Deion Sanders. Cut the deck.
Deion never made an all-star game. He never made an all-star game in baseball.
Stop it.
He never made an all-star game.
Prime was a dog.
He was good, but he never made an all-star game in baseball.
Did Bo Jackson ever make a Pro Bowl and all-pro in the NFL?
Only player to do it. Only player.
I don't know.
Hey, chat, y'all tell me. Yeah, fact check. The chat will tell you. Bo Jackson's the only player to make it in baseball and in football. He's the only player to do it.
Man, I got Prime.
I love Prime.
Give me Prime.
I love Prime as an athlete, but he wasn't Bo Jackson, bro.
So this is why I got Prime, because he did it longer. Deion kicked behind in Atlanta. He kicked behind with the Braves. He kicked behind with the Cincinnati Reds. He kicked behind in the NFL with the Atlanta Falcons. He kicked behind with the Dallas Cowboys. He kicked behind with the San Francisco 49ers. That's why I'm saying he did it longer, bro.
He was getting interceptions to the day he retired. That literally happened.
He came out of retirement twice and was still out there killing them because he came to play for the Redskins and the Baltimore Ravens, and he was still killing them. They were still scared to throw the ball over to his side. They were scared. No, we ain't going on him.
But I'm going to tell you something. Had Bo not got hurt, he is our greatest what-if story. What if Bo never got hurt? And the way he got hurt, the boy was so...
You think he's the greatest what-if story?
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing. I mean,
I got another one.
If he never got hurt, he would be a Hall of Famer in baseball.
Okay.
And he would definitely be a Pro Bowler a Hall of Famer in football.
I got one
Guaranteed.
better. I got one better. What if Len Bias wouldn't have died?
He's probably number 2.
Because I'm telling you right now, all them chips Jordan got.
Yeah, Boston would have still been right there.
Yeah,
Boston would have still been right there.
Yeah. Lenny Bias
was the second what if. You know what I'm saying? But Bo was definitely number 1. I mean, for real.
I don't know, but the Raiders wasn't. I mean, was they relevant?
Yeah, they had Marcus Allen and him in the. They had Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson in the backfield. Marcus was there for 2 more years. Matter of fact, they won the Super Bowl, right? Not if I'm thinking, they won it after that.
They won it before Bo.
Was it before or right after?
Before Bo Jackson. Matter of fact, they was trying to get rid of Marcus Allen. They was trying to trade Marcus Allen because Marcus Allen was mad because they was moving off of him. So for a minute, him and the Raiders management fell out with each other. They benched him for a little while, and they was riding Bo. And then Marcus Allen ended up with the Kansas City Chiefs. But it wasn't. They wasn't relevant. Not like that. They wasn't relevant. They wasn't relevant. Matter of fact, you keep talking. I'm gonna look their record up during this tenure.
Yeah. So my thing, like I said, if I was saying who's the greatest athlete, it would definitely be Bo Jackson. But we're gonna switch gears, man. We're definitely gonna switch gears. The WNBA is still going on. We talked about this a little bit, and we were talking about how the WNBA basically has no off season. They jump straight into the season. Yeah. And Caitlin Clark has began to start. She coming on, bro. She's averaging 16 or almost 17 points a game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you guys, just to be honest, she's starting to get the game. She's starting to pick up the game, pick up the pace. And yeah, she's doing a lot of turnovers, but that's because those girls didn't know how to play with her yet. And her and Leah Boston, I think that's her name. They are starting to get chemistry. They're catching fire at the right time. These girls together, I like it. I like it a lot. Caitlin Clark is doing her thing. I think she deserves to be the second most voted player in the WNBA. But right now, we got the Liberty at 16-3. We have the Sun at 14-4. And then we have the Lynx at 14-4 and the Storm at 12-6. And the Aces are not bad. They're 10-6. So I heard you say on the overtime, right? We were talking about Angel Reese and being the Rookie of the Year, and we're talking about Caitlin Clark being the Rookie of the Year. I know KnoItAllz fans didn't hear that. I heard it on overtime. G was talking about it. So I want to go a different way. If neither one of them make the playoffs, and Caitlin Clark is averaging more points a game and assists per game, who gets it?
Caitlin Clark.
It's Caitlin Clark. Okay.
Yeah. If neither one of them make the playoff, because they only take 8, and I think last I checked they were in either 7 or 8, or one was out, one was in. So they're going to be battling.
Yeah, the Fever's 8-12. The Sky's 6-11, but they're 8-9 respectively.
Yeah. Indiana had a big win today against the Phoenix Mercury too. I think they won 88-82. Clark ended up with like 15 or 16 points, but she had like 6 turnovers. But she played well against Diana Taurasi, which was big play because Brittany Griner was out there killing them. I think she had 25 or 26 points today. But Boston is starting to show up well for the Fever, and they are learning how to play together. But from a historical standpoint, you've never had a person average a double-double as a rookie. And that's what Angel Reese is doing right now. Angel Reese is averaging almost 13. I think she averaged 13 points per game. She's well over 10 rebounds per game. And I think she's averaging almost 2 or 3 steals a game. So you've never had a stat line, even though, like I said, I'm not hating on Caitlin Clark, but you've never had a stat line like a stat line for Angel Reese as far as a rookie is concerned in the league. So I think it should come down to who makes the playoffs. But I said this on overtime, and I'm going to say it again. This is Magic Johnson and Larry Bird all over again.
Yeah.
Larry Bird won Rookie of the Year. Magic won the chip. The Philadelphia 76ers beat Larry Bird in the conference finals, went on to face Magic. Magic with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar having to carry him across the threshold because he was so hurt. Magic in the championship game, I think he had 46, 15, and 10 or 11, something ridiculous.
And that's the donkey.
Yeah, LA Lakers went on to win the chip, and Magic won the MVP of that series. So I think it's not as high as Irvin Magic Johnson and with Larry Bird, but it's polarizing in a lot of ways because you got to pick a side. But the issue is, and I'm just going to be honest, they're both great basketball players. And they have helped the league. Whether you think they're a cash cow, whether you think that they're, all whatever, they've helped the league. So the improvement of play with this class and then the next 2 classes afterwards, they're helping the WNBA without a shadow of a doubt. So, kudos to them. I think they're playing well.
Yeah. And today, just to let you know, Caitlin had 15 points, 12 assists, and 9 rebounds. She almost had.
She had 6 turnovers too, did she?
I can't see. I'd have to look in the box.
I think she had 6 turnovers. Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that with that box score. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take that for real. You wouldn't take it?
No, I would. Like I said, they beat the Fever. That's a big win. That's a huge win for the Indiana Fever against the Phoenix Mercury. Huge win. Huge win. Yeah.
She said didn't Reese break. Timothy Lyon said, didn't Reese break a record today?
Yeah, consecutive triple-double games or whatnot for a WNBA player coming into the league. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. It's
double-double.
Yeah, double-double. Yeah, she's right there. She's a monster. Yeah. Angel Reese is a really good basketball player. So with Reese,
16 rebounds, 10 points today.
Yeah, she's a double-double. My comp, she's the female Moses Malone. I remember Moses, how he played, around that basket. You wasn't getting the ball from him. And even if he shot it, it appears sometimes Moses used to shoot it to miss it to get the rebound and lay it back up again.
And guess that's exactly what Angel Reese do with her pretty.
Yeah.
Miss it and get the rebound. Miss it, get her own rebound.
I'm telling you.
It's so much, man. But I agree. I love your assessment on Magic and Bird. It is that. It's breathing life into the WNBA, and you can say what you want to say. You can say what you want to say. Those two single-handedly is reinventing the game of women's basketball. Even though they're not the Cynthia Coopers or they're not those people. Because Cooper's a dog. What's the other girl that played for Houston? Swoops.
Cheryl
Swoops. I mean, they're not them, but they're animals. They're manimals at what they're doing, and they're not Reggie's sister, but they're animals at what they're doing, and they're bringing in the game, and introducing the game and making it popular.
Yeah.
We just gonna switch gears, man. We on the baseball, man. Let's talk about it. Your Phillies is hanging on tight, man. 55. They're hanging on tight, bro.
We got a lot of injuries, man. They put my boy Bryce Harper on a 10-day IR like day before yesterday. And there's already was 2 or 3 other players on there. So this is the stretch of the season where you gotta handle your business. But they ain't like we're gonna pull away. It ain't like we're gonna pull away.
Yeah, All-Star game's coming.
Yeah.
We're about to hit All-Star break. And I mean, listen, the Rangers got a lot of injuries. That's a team that's got a lot of injuries. If we're gonna talk about injuries, the Rangers is hurt. You know what I'm saying?
If I had to honestly say the best team in baseball today, it's the New York Yankees. I think if we had to play the Yankees in a series for the chip right now today, we'd be in trouble. I think the New York Yankees is the best team in baseball to me. But we're right there. I think we're the best National League team. Mm-hmm. But the New York Yankees is the best team in baseball as of today for me.
Well, let's talk about it. The Phillies are 55-29. The Braves are 46-36. The Mets are 40-40. They're 50%. Then we have the Brewers at 50-34 in the National League Central, and we have the Cardinals at 43-40. And then we hear the Pirates at 40-43. We got the Dodgers at 52-33. The Padres, and this is in the West. The Padres at 46-42. Diamondbacks 41-43. Let's jump over to the American League. We have the Orioles, who are still playing good ball. They are 53-30. The Yankees are 54-32.
Dogs.
The Sox are 44-39. The Guardians are 52-30. That's still a really good baseball team. That's still a really good baseball team right now.
Yeah.
And the Twins are 47-37. Royals are 47-39. Don't look now. They're 5-5, but they start catching heat. They can come back in that Central. The Mariners are 47-39. The Stros are 41-41. The Rangers are 37-46. It's what I said. They're hurt right now. They are super hurt. That team, that is a team that's hurt. That team is hurt.
I understand, but the way that I've watched more than I normally watch with baseball, because there's so many other sports that's going all at the same time and whatnot. So I've actually sat down and watched baseball this year for teams that I don't even follow. One of those teams is like the St. Louis Cardinals. I think if the St. Louis Cardinals had more bats, they would be in a better position because they have outstanding pitching. On contrary to my 50-win pick for the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Pittsburgh Pirates got pitching, man. Just don't got no bats. So whereas like a team like the Cincinnati Reds, I think they have managerial issues. I think David Bell needs to be canned. Tatum said that, and I agree with him. He doesn't know how to put his team in position to win. I think they've lost 16 or 17 one-run games. That's managerial styles, bro. So I think in baseball right now, the Yankees have the manager and the bats and the pitching. They're all together. They're all together. And so that's why I think the Yankees, even though I love my Phillies and I think the Phillies are going to represent the NL, I think the Yanks is the team right now.
I still wouldn't count out my Braves, but your Phillies are doing their thing. They're doing their thug thizzle. Definitely on that. Then switching gears, bro. Let's get to it, man. The NFL lost a lawsuit in the NFL Sunday Ticket.
Yeah,
that's worth $15.8 billion, right?
Facts.
$15.8 billion. I did my research. The NFL only makes $18 billion a year. There's no way the NFL is going to take this L. They can't.
No, they're not.
It would totally tank the league. It would totally tank the NFL if they had to pay $15 billion and they only make 18. Yeah, no, it won't happen. I think that they're going to litigate this out so long that that 15 billion is probably going to end up being 5, 6,
maybe. But what'll really happen is this: they're going to fight it, because what they're going to say is that it's their product and they have the right to sell who they want to sell to and when they want to sell it. That's what they're going to say. But the truth of the matter is, when they linked up with YouTube and created that Sunday Ticket, it was almost like a double dip. They was getting money from YouTube and money from them to say, okay, you got to have both of these packages exclusively to get what they need to get. I don't think that the NFL will ever, I don't think a check with a comma is going to come to people that had the NFL ticket. But what I do think moving forward, they're going to be fair with their pricing.
Oh, yeah.
And I think even more so what they're going to do is they're going to give exclusive channels. I said that on the KnoItAllz, I mean on the Homies and on the Homies Overtime. I think you're going to start seeing exclusive content per whatever. And I think if you were a ticket owner at one time period, they might give you a discount at that. So like if you just want the Pittsburgh Steelers and that's all you want to rock with, you're going to get the Steelers. You ain't going to miss a game. You're going to get behind the scenes stuff. Guys going to be mic'd up, exclusive content for that. And same difference if you're a Cowboys fan. I think that's what's going to happen. But the payout,
they should do that though. I believe they should do it.
You might get a couple $100 or get a season for free. If you were a ticket owner.
It's no way. And I mean, you just can't fiscally. It can't happen. There's not enough money to go around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can't tell me that the NFL's bills aren't over, $10 billion. I'm sure that their bills are probably $1 billion by themselves, right? So I mean, for them to give up and only have $2 billion to spread amongst the owners, nah.
But the new TV contract is going to make a big difference too, man. Because you got to remember, they're in negotiations with everybody.
Amazon,
with Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO Max. They're in negotiations with all these different which in turn is going to actually kill their NFL ticket, because they're going to have exclusive games on certain channels with certain things.
What you have to do is kill it.
Yeah,
you're going to have to unalive it so that you don't have to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to get off of it fast, because it's one of those things that because you're going to have to bury this thing so far in litigation that people are going to take settlements.
Yeah, and the NFL, as they negotiate out and they fleece it to all these other channels outside of the big boxes like the NBCs and the ESPNs and all whatever else, you're going to see where there's a lot of exclusive games that you're only going to be able to see on certain channels. So therefore, that's going to kill it even more. So the NFL ticket, I think, is done anyway. But now I wouldn't say this year, but maybe within a year or two. But what you're going to see is maybe a rebirth of the NFL ticket to where you have exclusive packages.
I like that idea, G. I think that makes a whole lot of sense. I think what you're saying is super on point, and I think that if that does happen, that's more than fair.
Yeah,
it's more than fair. It's more than fair.
Because at the end of the day, that's all people really got the NFL ticket for. Yeah. At the end of the day, the NFL ticket was because people wanted to be able to watch. I want to be able to live in Arizona and watch the New England Patriots. I want to be able to live in Seattle and watch the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's the only reason why the NFL ticket exists.
We didn't get our reparations, so everybody else did.
Yeah, y'all, I mean, I ain't mad at you.
So because I ain't get reparations, y'all don't need our reparations. Let's just fix it moving forward. Mr. Woodside, you have me rolling over here.
What he said
in the comments, he's just talking about he have to pay 3 other companies after buying the ticket. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I get it though, but I totally get it. And the way that it's done this year, you're only going to be able to get the Christmas games. I think it's on
Netflix.
The Netflix. Yeah,
Netflix.
you're only going to be. They're going to have the Christmas games, so you're going to have your subscription to Netflix. But
in order to watch all the games, for you to be like to watch the ones you want to watch, you're going to have Amazon Prime, Netflix, HBO Max, your local and or NFL ticket. And you're going to have Hulu somewhere in there because you're going to need ESPN. So in order for you to be able to watch, and your locals like your NBC or ABC or whatever affiliate, you're going to have that too. Because without them, you hit. You ain't going to be able to watch the games.
Yeah, that's woo. Mr. Harrison, $450 million per team. Yeah.
Nah, it ain't happening.
That ain't happening. I like to see the Packers try to pay that.
You know what they'll do? They'll blow it up first. They'll expand.
Yeah.
They'll expand, bro. They don't care about it. They'll expand.
Yeah. Thomas Riley said Netflix has NFL and WWE. Thomas Riley, you asked a question earlier about the Steelers. Make sure that you bring that back up. I mean, it's so far back. Bring that up. I want to address
what it is.
I want to address your question. I know that we
asked a Steeler question.
Yeah, question.
Let me go back.
But I mean, honestly, like I said, they're not going to be able to do that. $450 million. Some small market team like the Packers.
They could.
They wouldn't be able to do it. They wouldn't be. They would not be able to.
New Orleans wouldn't be able to do it. Green Bay, New Orleans
wouldn't be able to do it.
Carolina Panthers, they're cooked.
Carolina may make it.
Their market ain't big enough, bro.
They might make it. Carolina may make it.
New Orleans got a better chance. New Orleans got a better chance than Carolina. New Orleans got a better chance. Carolina, you got to remember, Carolina is a relatively new franchise to the NFL.
You know what? G, you might be right. You might be right. You might be right.
Hey, so I found this comment, bro. He said, Big G and Tate, what will the Steelers be bringing in? I know it's not Brandon Ayuk. Steelers are up to something, Mr. Wood. So let me tell you something. They might be trying to work the Ayuk out. I got ears on the ground, and I done heard some stuff. And I'm hearing that Ayuk met with the 49ers. The meeting did not go well at all. They told Ayuk that they either want him to play on his current contract or they're going to move on from him. They're not going to give him an extension. And Ayuk is saying, give me the opportunity to pick where I want to go. He said right now as of today, priority, I either want to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Washington Commanders. That's what Ayuk has said. So I don't know if it's going to happen because Omar Khan is going for the low. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going for all that big bread. So I think that it could happen, and I wouldn't be shocked if Ayuk ended up with Pittsburgh. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Mr. Woodside said that would sink the Packers, the Cardinals, New Orleans, Carolina, Buffalo, Tampa Bay, and Seattle.
Facts?
Yeah, that would. And Tim said, what checkbook are the Steelers going to use?
Well, the issue is that they can't bring him in. They just can't extend him.
Yeah.
Right? What I have to say, she said, Big G, do you see what Roman Wilson's favorite? Yeah, against the score against Bama. Yeah, I seen what Roman Wilson did, the score on Bama. So, but yeah, what Thomas Riley say?
He takes
a discount.
Yeah, he had to take a discount. He had to take the family discount. Big shout out to Christian McCaffrey. He got married to Olivia Culpo. I think she was the Miss Universe. And, this brother here did it, man. Good job. Yeah. If you gonna do it, do it. Go ahead. What do you think about that, G? Talk to me.
Well, I mean, the McCaffrey mama is a famous Olympic athlete. So I mean, that's what they're gonna do. Listen, Ed was a dog. All the McCaffrey sons are dogs, right? The mother was a super athlete at college, and I think she did play in the Olympics. So that's the pedigree of the family.
That's what they do.
You know what's going to happen? The next generation, when we about 70-something years old, we're going to hear about another McCaffrey killer coming up in the ranks and be like, oh, yeah, we know why. Because you done matched up pedigree with pedigree.
Yeah. So also we want to send out big shout outs to Michael Strahan and his family. His daughter is battling cancer. Said that she is in remission, but Michael is discussing stepping down and retiring from his jobs on TV as an anchor. When things like this happen, it's more important for you to be with your family. It's more important for you to be we love our favorite football stars, but we forget that they're fathers, we forget that they're husbands, we forget that they're brothers, we forget that they're uncles. It's important for them to show up in spaces where they need to show up. So, of course, definitely I want to, in my mind, I want to make sure that if I was him, I was doing the right thing too. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about this? Him stepping down to take care of his daughter.
He should. It's the right thing to do. Family is always first. I don't care what it is. Depending on the situation or scenario. And let's face it, Strahan has made more than enough money for his family. His family's going to be rich forever. He just doesn't do football. He does Good Morning America. He does all these other different things. So the commitment to walk away from broadcasting for a year or two just to ensure that his family is fine. I mean, hey, you do what you got to do, bro. But he's made more than enough money and he's got more than enough notoriety. So it's not like he's going to be losing if he walks away. And prayers to their family for sure.
Yeah, prayers up to their family. Last little bit of news. Jamarcus Russell, man, he's getting a lawsuit. This brother done been stealing money since he left LSU.
$74,000.
Brother.
He's facing multiple felony counts for stealing from a high school. It's not like it's a college. It's not like it's a high school. He sold $74,000 from the athletic department. For what?
But he cashed the check.
Okay, he stole it. That's what theft is. Theft is when you take something that ain't yours.
Man, Jamarcus, hey, he took something that wasn't his, that signing bonus, when he got to the Raiders. I mean, okay. he been stealing this whole time. I guess
he just stole 74 more thousand.
Oh my God!
But on this one where he got away with the other one, on this one he's cooked.
Oh yeah, he's out of here.
He's cooked.
He's out of here.
What the black and gold say?
He said, write it down. G. TJ 23 sacks this season.
So let me address this with the people who Steelers that rock with us over on this channel. The all-time Steelers record in a season for sacks is tied 2017 and 2020, 56 sacks. I think the Steelers break the all-time record for them as a franchise this season. I think we get more than 56 total sacks as a team. Watt getting more than 23, I don't know. But I'm saying in totality, because of the athletic ability we now have in the linebacker and safety position and what we have on the corners. I think the 56 sack record is adios muchachos, bro. I think the Steelers crack it this season.
Yeah, so, and it said Jamarcus Russell, what a waste, just a moron, sleeping in meetings. Listen, Jamarcus just didn't, I mean, he figured he did enough. It was time for him to kick back. And I mean, he got, what was that signing bonus, something like, didn't he get like close to $100 million, bro?
At the time, he had the largest signing bonus in NFL history for a number one draft pick. At that time, he had the largest signing bonus. But, I mean, he stole all of it because he was a wash with the Raiders.
A wash. Didn't do anything. Yeah. And I'm saying, it feels like to me he got upwards of $100 million.
Maybe. I think I don't know what the exact number is, but I know at that time, when he was the number one overall pick, he had the largest signing bonus in NFL history.
G, can you tell me how you trick off $100 million? I don't want to know, but I'm just saying, how you trick off $100 million, G?
Bad habits. Bad habits. My God. Bad. Listen, there's a lot of guys in the NBA and in the NFL, not so much in Major League Baseball, but in the NBA and the NFL that have squandered away fortunes. And I'm not necessarily saying it's trick off. It's just bad investments, bad financial advisors, bad investments, taking care of family, because some guys have the mentality, when I make it, everybody makes it. And it don't work like that, bro. And you can't think about it. A lot of people don't know this fact. NFL gives players get game checks. So whatever your contract is, you get paid after you play the game. So if it's $20 million, it's broke down to 17 games, right? If it's $30 million, it's broke down to 17 games. So at first, it looks like you got a big, huge bag. Depending on the state you live in, you're going to have to pay taxes on both sides. Depending on the state you live in and you're trying to take care of this and that, you got huge property taxes because these guys go out and buy astronomical homes. And then they buy cars and jewelry and all whatever else. So that money shrinks down so fast.
It shrinks down,
that
but
they never see it.
See, he made more than $36.4 million in salary and bonuses in his career.
I bet you that after taxes, that was more like 20. And I bet you he blew at least 5 of it. Just blew.
Okay, you still got $15 million.
Bro, what about when you're paying for your house and
it's the mindset. I get it. It's the mindset that can trick off, because if you're in that mindset, you can trick off $15 million. $1 million is not a lot of money. You can trick it off.
Bro, right now, me, in my mind, I could blow in about 2 days. I could blow 200,000.
Absolutely.
And 2 days.
I get that. Like I said, it's the mindset behind it all, and I totally agree. Thomas Riley said at least he didn't try to build a building for his daughter. Cough, cough. Favre. Absolutely.
Facts. Who stole from arrest Brett Favre?
Yeah,
like my boy Perry was saying. Arrest him.
Favre stole from the lowest of the low. I mean, come on, bro. Like that was. I mean, and we can't say felony or misdemeanor theft because I mean they both theft. You know,
yeah.
Jamarcus Russell, for you to just go in and it happened in 22, so that was 2 years ago. You stole $74,000 and you endorsed it. It don't make no sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? But where'd it go to a check cashing place? Look, hey,
yeah, something like that.
Look, I need you. I'll slide you a couple thousand. If you said, come on, Jamarcus, man, come on, bro. Look, yeah. It don't make sense. Best NFL player with money was Marshawn Lynch. Absolutely. And did you see what happened at his football camp not too long ago?
Absolutely.
Listen, if you bring your child to my football camp, and I cuss people out all the time, right? And you bring your child to my football camp, and I cuss at your child and tell him to get in line, and you get offended by that, it wouldn't be a problem with me. You know what I'm gonna do? And just like Marshawn did, he asked if was there a male with you because he wanted to talk to a male. You know what I'm saying? So that way he could kind of relate to him. And she said it wasn't. And after that, what I would have did is I'd have got one of my assistants to go cut her a check for her entry fee. And you can go. If you don't like the way that I'm running the camp, you can go ahead and go. If you want little Jimmy to come and be a part of my camp, then that's fine. But this is what I do. I've been to the league. You brought him here so that he can get NFL experience and NFL coaching. But why are we crying about it when I done cussed little Jimmy because he wasn't doing the drill right?
Well, this is the deal. What that is people not understanding what professional football or high-level collegiate football actually takes, right? Now, people don't understand. And this is for all the mothers and the family members that's out there listening to us. When your son signs that scholarship to go play for a D1 school, your son belongs to them.
Yeah.
He don't belong to you no more.
Yeah.
And that's a contract. So he's got an obligation. So within the confines of the contract, you better perform. And what they're getting them ready for is the collegiate level, because it amplifies times 10 at the professional level.
Yeah, absolutely.
Times 10. And so, like, we playing with professionals that you'll cost somebody their job, right? If you don't go out there and perform and do what you need to do. So all that coddling with kids, it don't work, bro. It don't work. It don't work.
Yeah, Tim said, don't send little Timmy to the U.S. military.
I'm trying to tell you, that coddling with kids don't work, bro.
No, and you're right, man. I can't coddle. Look, the world is not going to coddle me. Period, point blank. You're a man. And you got to be able to withstand the rigors of it And a lot of times people ain't gonna talk to you right. But what do you want? Get what you came for. I'm not gonna get into Mod's moments because that's where I'm going to. But get what you came for. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. We're gonna go to a commercial real quick, man, and we'll be right back. G, take us to a commercial.
Thanks again for rocking with us with the KnoItAllz podcast on Fans First Sports Network and Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. If you're watching us live on YouTube, give us about a 10-second, 15-second commercial break. We'll be right back. If you're listening to us on audio, wherever you get your audio podcast, stay tuned for the commercial break and the KnoItAllz return after the break.
And we're back. Mr. Woods said correct, and you get worked. And he's like, if you send him to the military. Tim Lyons said, I've been called everything on this earth and crawled on the entire earth on my belly. I know that happened in the military.
What you think is going to happen? Listen, what you think is, listen, all them collegiate football players got to report to training camp in about 3 weeks. I promise you. As soon as they get there, they're going to really find out who is in shape and who's not. And then after they find out who's in shape and who's not, the next thing they're going to find out is who wants to be there and who doesn't want to be there. Because they're going to try to kill them boys.
Absolutely.
I done been there, done that. I done seen it happen in my own lifetime. You show up out of shape, you cooked. You cooked.
Gee, when you came back from the summer break, let me ask you a question. Were you expected to be in shape?
Bro, you had to work harder in the off season to maintain some type of shape than you actually did during the season. Because when you're in the season, you're going to 1 and 2 practices every day. I remember even at JUCO, we had to get up early in the morning and practice late in the evening. We was at the weight room, so we in shape all the time. But when you're on your time and you got to maintain your body and work on your body, you better kill yourself. Because when you get back, they're going to kill you.
Yeah.
They're going to find out who wants to be there. And then they're going to find out, first of all, they're going to find out if you're in shape. That's number one. Yeah. And the second thing they're going to find out is, do you want to be there?
Yeah.
And they're going to find that out quick, fast, and in a hurry. They're going to find it out.
Yeah, I think so. When we're talking about this Marshawn Lynch incident, bro, like, honestly, he handled it so well. They put the camera in his face, expecting him to do something else. He was very polite. He said, look, ma'am, I'm out here. I asked him to get out my drill. And she was like, no, that's not what you said. And he said exactly what he said. But I mean, he talks like Marshawn Lynch talk, right? Yeah. And if you've seen all of these things with Marshawn Lynch, you know goodness well, he's not going to be like, oh, little Jimmy,
I'm just here so I can fine, bro.
Yeah. Oh, little Jimmy, please get out of my line. He going to say something else. Yeah. Get out my line and get out my drill. And guess what? Go ahead.
Breaking news. Caldwell Pope signs with the Orlando Magic.
Oh,
it's official.
That's one.
KCP just signed 3 years, $66 million.
They got him one.
KCP signs with the Orlando Magic. Now, Orlando is now moving up the line, in the Eastern Conference. They're moving up the line.
And they got Andre Drummond going to Philadelphia?
Yeah, that's big trash. That's a waste.
That's a waste. $10 million worth of.
He wastes.
They getting $10 million.
Big trash.
they getting $10 million. But yeah,
we're gonna talk about the NFL, about the projections, and then get to the college football and get up out of here, right?
Yeah, we actually finna talk about college football and get the heck up out of here. Okay, cool. That's gonna take up the most of our time. But yeah, so that was my point. Marshawn handled it right. You're absolutely right. He handled it right, Tim. He did it the right way.
But all the parents that's listening to us, if you want your kid to play at that level, get used to it.
Yeah.
Get used to this. Listen, especially if you want them to play in the SEC or the Big Ten or the ACC, man, come on, bruh. Your kid gonna go play for Dabo? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You gonna go up there and play for Coach Morris up in Michigan? I'm just saying. You go down there and play for Kirby in Georgia? What you think gonna happen?
Absolutely.
They gonna they're going to talk about everybody but your mama. And on a good day, they might talk about your mama too. They're going to talk about your mama. On a good day, they're going to talk about, if you ain't performing, you get in the business.
Yeah. You're going to get it.
Somebody's job is on the line, bro. Somebody's job is on the line.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about it, man. College football, they've already started talking. The SEC talk time, it started in Dallas. It starts, I think, on Monday. Yeah. So you're gonna have coaches talking about getting to the SEC.
Talking about the media days.
Yeah, media days that's starting. But gee, man, I mean, how excited are you? How excited are you that we got college football about to start here and we're about to crank up the wheels on the bus?
Well, first of all, congratulations to all the Buckeyes that made it through the offseason training with Mick Moriarty. I mean, I know he tried to kill y'all. I had eyes on the ground, feet on the ground, and Mick did something strange to you, because he was trying to build a champion down there in Buckeye land. So for all y'all that made it through Mick Moriarty's training, congratulations. But now the grind starts. I think every collegiate D1 program has to report no later than the 24th or 25th of July. So we got 20-some days and counting, right? And the grind begins. Because what I've been saying, and I'm going to keep on saying, whoever the champion is of the 2024 season is the greatest college football team that was ever assembled.
Oh, absolutely.
Because what you're going to have to go through.
They're going to have to win playoff games, period.
Yeah, multiple playoff games. You might have to play teams 2 and 3 times. You might have to be a South team, go to the North and play in a blizzard. It's whoever the champion is legitimately, to me, the greatest team that was ever named, will ever be. And saying all that, I say this. I've already saying it, bro. I got 12 teams that I think can win it. And I've said it on Level Up. And I got 12 teams I think can win it.
Let's hear you said your 12 teams. And look, Tim, I'm putting this out.
You don't want the smoke. You don't want the smoke.
Putting this out to the KnoItAllz chat. I'm doing everything. I'm on the corner selling lemonade right now because I got to get a PS5. They won't. It can't do it on my Xbox One. But guess what? I'm telling you, before the end of July, I'm telling you guys, I will have one. And y'all behinds is mine. When I get my PS5.
Hey, we might play live on air. We might play live on air.
It's gonna happen. Your behinds is mine.
But Tim ready to Tim can play now. I know Tim can play. Trash.
Listen, Tim. I have a friend. Shout out to my friend Johnny O.
Johnny O been down since I was in when I was in
Johnny
Texas, a dog.
Johnny O, my guy. And when I tell you that him and that LSU team is gonna be ready, they're gonna be ready. So listen, you can join the league with us, Tim. It's going down. Like I said,
Johnny O, if you hang with Johnny O for about 3 quarters and you lose, you feel good about it.
You feel good about it
because he's a dog.
You feel good.
He's a dog, man.
You feel real good about it.
I learned some stuff watching Johnny O.
Johnny O's
watching and playing against him. I learned.
He's hard to beat. But like I said, we gonna get it in, Tim. But let's hear your
top 12.
Let's hear your 12.
Okay. No, in no order. These are 12. Ohio State, Michigan, Oregon, Georgia, Texas, Alabama, Kansas State, Clemson, Florida State, Notre Dame, Ole Miss, and Missouri. But I got a sleeper team in the SEC. I got a team that ain't nobody talking about. Nobody.
Who's that?
The South Carolina Gamecocks. They dangerous. They dangerous. I'm telling you right now. South Carolina, you talking about leveling up. South Carolina done leveled up at that. And they just lost the dude to the Spencer Rattler. They lost Spencer to the league. But they quarterback they got now is a dog. They's a dog.
Penn State.
No way. They can't win it.
Michigan. I'm talking about 12 teams.
Okay.
Utah.
No way. That's 2 that you missed.
Missouri.
Yes.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Ole Miss.
Yep.
Notre Dame. Oregon. Texas. Ohio State, Georgia, Texas A&M, and Colorado.
No way. A&M, Colorado, Utah.
Yeah.
No, I'll bet 2 hours corner time that don't none of them make the playoff. They ain't gonna make the playoff, bro.
When we get closer, this is my off the rip teams. This is off the rip. Those are my teams.
Colorado?
Yeah, I believe they're gonna be better. I believe they're gonna be better than you think. I believe they're gonna be better than you think.
That's bias, bro.
I believe they're gonna be better than you think.
First of all, let me say this. First of all, and I don't know how much homework people done did out there. I'll say it right now on air, and I'll argue with anybody. The Big 12 has the best quarterback play 1 through 16 than any other conference in football. They have the best quarterbacks. Period. Like you get down to 9 and 10, and you still got dogs playing quarterbacks, right? And I think at least 8 or 9 of them is going to be playing on Sundays within the next year or two. They got dogs. They got dogs in the 12. So Colorado ain't coming out of the 12 just because they can't put nobody away. You got to listen, in the 12, you better have about 35 to 38 and be able to put somebody away.
Yeah.
And there's too many dogs in the 12.
Listen,
there's too, bro.
I agree. I agree.
Okie State, Kansas State, Kansas, Arizona, it's dogs down there.
Listen to me. I agree. And I just want you to know, Mr. Woodside, I totally agree with the 7, but I put 2 on it. Just because I think at 9 and 3, I think they make 12. They're
not making the playoff
at 9 and 3. But here's my thing. I think they got a lot better wholesale on their line. Are they great on the line? No. But wholesale, they're better on their offensive line and defensive line. Wholesale. So wait a minute. Let me
9 and 3. No, keep going.
Go
away.
9 and 3. Shadua, all he needed was a little more time, and he's gonna outscore you. You know what I'm saying? I think the defense makes the 2 more stops that they couldn't make last year to get them to 9 and 3.
No way.
9 and 3 is their season.
And 9 and 3, they still don't get in. Listen. I've already broke this down on the Level Up podcast. You got to understand, a 2 loss in other conferences is going to weigh a whole lot more than a 2 loss anywhere else.
Yeah.
The SEC is going to get 5, maybe minimum 4.
Yeah.
The Big 10 going to get 4. There's 9.
That's 9.
If Notre Dame get more, if they only got 1 or 2 losses, Notre Dame getting in. There's 10. The ACC champion still got to get in. That's 11. So you're going to have the Big 12 champion,
Ohio State, Oregon,
Penn State, Michigan, in.
Michigan. Okay.
There's 4.
Yeah.
SEC 5. Georgia, Bama, Texas, Missouri, and either Ole Miss or
So that's 9.
That's 9. Notre Dame with that says 10.
There's only 10. There's 2 spots left. And
the ACC champion got to get in. Florida State got to get in. Or Clemson. Florida State or Clemson, they got to get in. So there's 11.
And then the Big 12 champ.
Or there it is. And then they got the group of 12. Well, they're not getting in with no 9 wins.
Hey, man, I don't know, bro.
Bro, I bet you corner time again.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, they ain't getting in.
You don't think that they have a? You don't think they have a shot to win the Big 12 championship?
They can't. They first of all, in that conference, Kansas State is the best team, but the defending champion, Oklahoma State Cowboys, only lost 3 starters, and Ollie Gordon is a dog.
They're not the defending champion.
Well, they lost to Texas in the championship game, and if they could have threw the ball on Texas, they would have probably beat them.
Texas.
So Oklahoma State, Kansas State right off the bat. Kansas is loaded. Arizona is loaded. Come on, bro. Utah is loaded. There's 5 teams. They ain't beating them. They ain't beating. I give Prime credit. They might be better, but they ain't gonna get.
But I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. If Prime can't get to the playoffs this year, I don't see him getting there for a while.
He gone. He gone after this year anyway.
I don't see him getting there for a while, man. I mean, bro, you gotta keep people coming to Boulder, and keeping people coming to Boulder, you're gonna be losing the 3 main reasons they would be coming.
Bro, I'm gonna hit you with another stat. So there's this thing out there, it's called blue chip ratio. For all the people that's listening to us, there's only been one team under 55% blue chip ratio to ever win the national championship. That was last year's Michigan Wolverines, who had 53% blue chip ratio. Last year's Michigan Wolverines. They're the first team in history. The under 55% blue chip ratio. You got to have studs. You got to have ballers. You got to have dudes that can carry you through a whole season. So right now, Colorado's blue chip ratio is like 47, 46%. And the reason why Michigan won with that 53% blue chip ratio, because they had COVID year players, which makes all the difference in the world. You're running 2, 3, 4, 5 different guys out there.
That extra ice cream summer.
Yeah, and all the COVID years are done. The COVID year, there's 1 or 2 little sprinkles hanging on. So you got to have that top blue chip ratio to put yourself in position. Now, saying that, from a historical standpoint, there's 10 teams that have over an 80% blue chip ratio this season, which has never happened in college football ever. When you got 10 teams that they have over 80% blue chip ratio, oh my God, they about to battle. They going at it, and because there's your depth. When you got 2 and 3 deep, man, Ohio State can only lose a right tackle. Everything else, if they lose it, it'll hurt, but it ain't gonna hurt that bad. Georgia, same difference. Georgia, even if Georgia loses back, their backup quarterback is a dog. Texas, if Ewers goes down, they bring it in the Manning boy. That blue chip ratio matters, bro.
No, it matters. It matters 110%.
And Colorado ain't got it. Colorado ain't got no blue chip ratio.
It matters 110%. Let's get to it, man. You know what it is. It's our parting shots, man. Let's get them, G. What you got for me?
Parting shots is, first of all, thank all you guys for rocking with us and listening to us on the KnoItAllz podcast on Sunday, man. We appreciate everybody. We are still diligently working to have 1K subs by the first week of September, because we got some things that we want to bring to you guys from a different aspect, including, if we get to the 1K, at live Michigan, Texas, KnoItAllz podcast with Mod, me, and B Dirt will be live in Ann Arbor. But we got to get that at 1K, man, before we can get it done. So we appreciate you. So if you guys can share it, send it to a friend, grab their phone, say, hey, look, man, I got this podcast I watch. It's called the KnoItAllz. Man, it is great. So anybody you can tell to help us build out to that 1K, we appreciate it. Secondly, thank all our chat generals who's been with us from the beginning. Because at one time I'm saying that we're building, that we want to build, we have built tremendously. We have added almost 150 subs over the last 8 weeks, which is an outstanding job, not by us, but by you guys. We appreciate you guys sharing with people, because we have people that's watching us that we've never seen before, and we appreciate that, all right? Lastly, I get down with the Big G burners and all whatever else, right? And it's that time of the year. We got about 7 weeks to go till we're ready to turn this thing up with college football, 6 or 7 weeks. We got about 8 weeks to go till we're going to turn this thing up with NFL, man. And my Big G burner this year is, you will have a team that nobody's talking about contend for an NFL championship this year, and you will have a team that nobody's talking about that will contend for an NCAA championship. It might be one of those lower tier 12 teams that I picked. It might be somebody in the NFL, because I'm telling you right now, the NFL's a grind this year too. So you're going to have a grind in the NFL and a grind in college football. And health is the key this year.
Yeah.
You lose a guy, maybe in college you might survive, but in NFL you're cooked. So that's my burner for the week. I think that, and listen, you can call me biased all you want to. I'll put the sign up on myself. The national media is hated on the Steelers. All them Colin Cowards, all them other dudes out there that hated on my squad. I'm telling you right now, Pittsburgh got something for you, bro. The Steelers got something for you, whether we get Ayuk or not. The Steelers got something for you this year. And don't nobody want no part of us, bro. They don't want no part. So that's my burner. I'm sticking to it. I said it with my chest, and that's where I'm at.
And while we at it, man, let's talk about these other shows. Let's go ahead. That's all of our songs. That's all of our songs. That's all of our shows, man. Look, I want to make sure that you guys get an opportunity to check us out here on the KnoItAllz. Look, man, Big G. Mm-hmm. You know, one of the things that, you know, when we talk about Mod's moments, I always talk about, you know, things that are relevant to me and things that I've spoken about. But I just, you know, I want to talk about treating people right. I want to talk about, you know, the same people that you see going up will be the same people that you see coming down. If you don't treat the janitor like he's the president, because you never know who people are going to be. The janitor needs to be treated like the president. If you go out to eat, you need to make sure that you take your time with people, that you're patient with people, that you treat people like there's something. You never know who you're speaking to on the other end of the line. I work in my secular job. I work online, you know, speaking to customers. And there was a lady. When I come in contact with people, I'm not customer service, but I'm sales. And when I speak to people, I always would speak to older people like they're my family. And I had no idea, you know, the person that I was speaking to on the other end of the line, but you know, I just started speaking to her, and she just started, you know, as she was going through trying to order what she was ordering, she started crying, and I was like, man, you know, what's going on? And as I started digging, she lost all of her family in a car wreck. All of them were in one car going to see their grandmother on their other side, fraternal grandmother. And all of them died in a car wreck.
Wow.
And having the ability to talk to this person and soothe them in the moment what they were going through, if I hadn't have been cognizant of the person and I was just looking to do my job and like get this person off of the phone, I get off the phone, you know, I would have never taken the time to hear this person and soothe this person through our conversation. By the time the conversation was over, she was laughing, she was talking, she was in good spirits. But you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. And always take the time to be patient with people in conversation and treat them like you want to be treated. Now, on the flip side of this conversation, there was a young boy who, you know, I had dealings with. And you know, he just always took an interest in him, man. He was cool. He was a nice cat. Is a nice cat. But when I meet people, I never meet a stranger. So never meeting a stranger, you know, in a sense, you're always talking to people. And, you know, young boy came up. We started doing events together. And now this dude is one of the biggest people in my genre. Never knew that he was going to be who he was and who he turned out to be. But, you know, me being the dude that I am and being relational, you know, we still have a relationship to this day. My point, here's my point. I just want you guys to know my point. My point is it doesn't matter if you're trying to, you know, benefit from the person or you're trying to find out who this person's going to be or how they're going to be. What does matter is that you treat everybody with respect. Everybody's worthy of it. Everybody's worthy of respect from you. You are not, I mean, you're special. You truly are. But you're not the only person that's worthy of respect. Give everybody that you meet respect until they've proven to you otherwise, right? Give them respect because, again, coming in contact with that woman changed the trajectory of her day. She was down, and had I been in a place where I was transactional with her, I'd have missed the opportunity to encourage somebody else. So you'll never know, what your life and what your light can bring to somebody else. Always take the time to encourage them and like I said, treat the janitor like they're the president. You know what I'm saying? And this is Mod's moment, man. Make sure that you treat everybody with respect. G, you got anything else, man?
Nah, bro. We just appreciate it again. I did share the link in the chat. So make sure if you can't get their phone, look, you got the link, share the link to the people, and let's get this 1K before September 1.
Yeah, that's what I want, man. Make sure that you tap in with the other shows that we have coming through the week. And we just want to say thank you for rocking with us today, man. We are up out of here. As for myself, as for G, and as for Tate, who's on the road, Tate, travel safely. We are out of here. Peace.